Hey guys, it's Sean here. In this video, we're going to talk about email copywriting. Now, email copywriting is the art of persuading somebody to open your email and click on the link in your email to your offer. All right, that really is what it's all about. And what you're going to learn in this module is how you can write better emails. Okay, let's say, for example, you had 1,000 people on your list and you sent an email out and it was just a normal written email. You might get 10, 15% of people opening that email. And that's wonderful. You get 100 to 150 eyeballs on it. But if you master the art of copywriting, what if you could get 20 to 25% of people to open? Well, now you have 200 to 250 people reading your email. And I think we'd all agree, the more people that read the email, the more money I stand to earn. Okay? Same thing goes with the actual content matter of your email. Okay? The content in there is going to lead people to click or not click. And the more people clicking on your link, the more money you stand to earn. Okay. So take a read of this page. Again, I'm not going to go through every word on here. All right. But take 10, 15 minutes and read about it. Now, there's lots of things as it pertains to CPA marketing. There's lots of things as it pertains to e-com. Take it for what it's worth. What I want to walk you through is some of the bullet points that come out to me. Okay, so obviously there's a section on what copywriting is. To me, really, it's the art of persuasion. It's solving somebody's problem. Everybody on your list has a problem. Let's say you're doing auto insurance. Their problem likely is they want to pay less, right? So they're on your list because they're looking for better auto insurance. So it's your job to persuade them that your auto insurance suggestions are the best, okay? And that's really the crux of copywriting, all right? It goes through some elements of copywriting here. What I really want to focus on that I think was really good in this article, however, is the AIDA, I should say, principle of copywriting. And if you can really just boil down copywriting into this simple concept, you will do very well. And to be quite honest, you could use this really for your funnels. If you think about it, you use attention in a headline, right? And you create interest with a easy to understand looking page. And you create desire with something like homes from $3.99 a month, auto insurance from $49 a month. People are like, whoa, I can get that cheap of auto insurance. Then you force people to take action. That's really what it is. Something needs to capture your attention and interest. Then you want to desire it. And you're like, you know what? I want that. That's how marketing works. It works like that in television commercials, on your landing pages, on your simple ads on Google and Microsoft. And it certainly works the same in email copywriting, okay? Your attention is really going to come from your email subject. That is going to be 80% of the battle. Let's be honest, in this day and age, our email inboxes are flooded with friends' emails, spam, promos, things you've bought like 3 years ago that are still emailing you, and you're like, why are you still emailing me? I don't want this anymore. We all know that. So how do we stand out amongst that crowd? Well, it comes from writing really, really good subjects, okay? And we're going to talk about that in this module. Those subjects create interest and cause a user to click into your email or open it, okay? Now your job is to create desire. How do you do that? Through simple email content that we're going to show you how to write, okay? Literally, you can do this in 100 words or less, and the action is very simple. Click here to get more information, all right? So take a look at this section. I think it's really, really well written, but the way I explained it as well makes a lot of sense. So here we have writing your newsletter in a subject line. And again, it talks about how important the subject line is. And you can see here, some subject lines could be catchy. Let's say you watched a webinar and you are interested in writing a program. Just 52 spots left. That might entice you based on the scarcity to open. Like, shoot, I was thinking of joining this. I'm running out of time, right? Or 100 days and counting. You got a vacation coming up. You're like, it's only 100 days left. I'm really excited. And what information is in there? Is there something new on the itinerary that I can look at? Okay. Download this guide to learn about emails using actionable verbs. Okay. So take a look at some of this stuff. And I would honestly, and we're going to talk about this more in this module, I would also get on a lot of my competitors' lists. Go out to Microsoft, go out to Google. Let's say you're in the auto insurance list. Get on other auto insurance companies' emails. See what kind of emails they write and go out there and deploy the swipe, improve, deploy method, right? Swipe their emails, improve them a little bit to your market, and send it out to your list. If they keep sending similar emails, it stands to reason they're doing very well. I would also look at the emails you get on a daily basis and which ones do you open. You might see a catchy subject line, write it down, okay? Make a list of subjects over time that you can recycle, okay? Click to boost your email open rates by 20%. How about click to save 20% on auto insurance? Click to save 20% on a rent-to-own home. Click to save 20% on your healthcare. You see what I mean? You can leverage that general subject line over and over for different niches, okay? So keep an eye out for that. Description is going to be the next part of the email. Once you've got their attention and interest, they're in your email, how do you funnel them down to click the button, all right? And we don't want to write long, drawn-out email copy, all right? I know this one talks about having like bullets and images, and certainly there's a time and place for that. And they do give you some examples here, from e-commerce companies. This looks really nice, but we are in CPA marketing. And in this particular space, we're literally talking about, hello, Jim, or if we don't have the availability to add somebody's name, we just say hello. And then we go into like 2 or 3 paragraphs followed by click here to get more information. Talk soon, Sean. Okay? Literally 2 or 3 paragraphs, 1 or 2 sentences per paragraph. Okay? So, yeah, some techniques here, having some bold, italicized items. We don't want long, drawn-out newsletters that are going to be boring. People's eyes are drawn to bold and italics. If you can do images, if it makes sense to split test it, I find images oftentimes end up in the promotional folder on Gmail, which we'll talk about in another video. So I personally would want to avoid it. And then a call to action, which is your link, is going to be very, very simple. Click here to get access now. Okay. So take a look at this stuff, guys. Use power words. It says on here as well, limited, proven, best, tested, okay? There's going to be an upcoming video on curse words, and some of these you see here might actually be on that list. So don't worry about that. We'll talk about curse words in another video, but try to use power words to stand out in your email, all right? And then from there, keep practicing, okay? You got to keep practicing. You send an email out and it doesn't do so well, okay, try again the next day. And you have an email that does really well, recycle it, okay? Use it again. Not all the time, but maybe like 2 or 3 times a month, okay? So take a look at some of these examples as well. Let me find one that I thought was really good. Okay, here we go. Mom and dad money, okay? These are the types of emails we're going to write. So the subject, can you help me real quick? Pretty catchy. If I saw that in my emails, I'd be like, oh, somebody really wants my help. Interesting. So I'm going to click on it. Well, who needs my help, right? All of a sudden, it's this very simple email. You see this? Hi, Lindsay. By the way, I've tested name and no name, and name doesn't necessarily move the needle, okay? It's nice to have, but it's not a super ultra revenue generating activity. So I know at the time of this video, there aren't tags available in SendPad to use somebody's name. Just say hello. It's totally fine, okay? And then a simple question. Do you have 2 minutes for a quick favor? Are you looking for low-cost auto insurance, right? A simple question. Well, yes, I am. And yes, I do have 2 minutes for a quick favor. I'm trying to learn some basic information about who my readers are and what they're interested in. Could you fill out a short questionnaire to help me out? It'll take less than 2 minutes, and I'd really appreciate it. I've come across some basic information about some low-cost auto insurance in your area that might interest you. Could you fill out a short questionnaire to see if you qualify? It'll take less than 2 minutes, and it could help you, okay? Here's the link. Go here to fill the questionnaire out. Thanks a lot. Talk soon. Sean, okay? So literally ask them a question, give them the answer, tell them what to do, and send them out on their way. All right. That's literally the type of simplicity we are going to be putting into our emails. Okay. And you're just going to have to test different questions and different explanations of telling people what to do and different like link call to actions. But it really is that simple. Okay. So again, guys, take a look below this video for this link. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Okay, we're going to train you throughout this program on how to write really good subjects and really good emails. Again, I think we'd all agree we could all write this email, and you can trust me on this when we give you some templates. These are the type of emails that I use on a daily basis in my business that have generated millions of dollars in email revenue over the past decade. Okay, so It really is this simple. So that's it for email copywriting, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.